Hey you guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the weeks of September 17th through the 30th, 2018. So I have already shuffled and cut the cards. Let's go ahead and begin here. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they do. If you guys would like to contact me for your personal and private readings, you can email TemajTarot@gmail.com, and that information is in the description box below. All right, Scorpio. Central issue, heart of the matter, the High Priestess, the Hermit, Five of Wands, Ten of Swords, Seven of Coins, Three of Coins, Nine of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So I'm getting Scorpio. Okay, I'm getting secrets that were kept hidden. I don't know if you were keeping secrets or someone else was keeping secrets. Someone has been going to a reader, a psychic, whatever the case, a private detective. Someone has been trying to find out what has been going on. There's been some searching, very deep searching. And I feel like at first maybe there were some roadblocks, or you could only find out so much. And maybe you've been using your intuition, or you're finally just having to make a decision based off of your intuition. And it's like, you know, it's deciding to end something here with the Ten of Swords. It's like, you know, something needs to end. Maybe you couldn't physically find proof of something because it looks like you were trying to search. Looks like you were looking and searching, digging, trying to find out what that was before you made a final decision. And you ultimately just had to listen to your own intuition. Or maybe this is something that's getting ready to happen. And, you know, either you do find something that helps you make the decision to end something, or you don't find anything, but you're just like, you know what, my intuition says I should just let this go, so I'm just going to do it. So you're cutting off contact from someone, or you're leaving a job, or, you know, you're breaking up. Whatever the case is, like something is coming to an end. For some of you, you could have been dealing with a Gemini, could have been dealing with a Cancer or Capricorn or Virgo. Doesn't necessarily have to be the signs, but those are the energies that I was picking up here. But it looks like there's been some sort of conflict. There's been a lot of conflict, frustration, and you really trying to get to the root of everything. If you're someone who is already into astrology, this is you, or, you know, occult sciences, this is you just kind of digging and finding out information about yourself, trying to understand things about your life, why things happen to you, trying to understand about who you are, the people that keep coming into your life. You're trying to get to the root cause of something. You may have also been having some sort of dreams or premonitions about something. But I feel like because of your frustration, you've been driven to do some sort of research here. And, you know, you've decided to end things. I'm seeing isolation. I'm seeing like something ending, and it's like now you are a single mother, or now you're having to deal with responsibilities on your own. So there's a need for you to reevaluate your needs here. This is time for you to focus, take a step back and just focus on what is needed at hand, not so much your desires. It's like, okay, I'll come back around to that. I'm going to have to put this and that on the back burner until I take care of these responsibilities, until these bills are paid, until you know, the child is fed. You know, there are things that you're having to do that are more practical at this point in time. Maybe you lost that job or walked out, whatever the case. Now you're having to reevaluate. there's a need to compromise here with the Three of Coins. You might be starting something new. I'm seeing a new, getting back to finish where you left off, needing to pick up the pieces here, getting back to work. It's time to really dig in and get physical. There's a need for you to do some physical work here. If this is something in regards to diet and exercise, this is you really having to go hard, and understanding that it's going to take time for some sort of transformation to take place. If this is something in regards to work, I mean, it's just overall something about getting your hands dirty. Maybe you like literally work in a field where your hands have to get dirty, where you're shipping and packing and bending and or digging, drilling. Whatever the case, there's a need for you to put some hard work in, get your hands dirty. I feel like you're having to learn how to be on your own, or realizing that you have to be independent. Even if you're in, a relationship, it's like this feeling of having to do something on your own or by yourself. We still have conflict showing up with the Five of Swords. There's some sort of bickering going on, especially the minute you start feeling good about your situation, or good to be by yourself, or someone sees that you're feeling happy, they come in and disrupt that. So it's like someone senses that you've moved on, or someone senses that, it's like someone wants to knock the confidence out of you. Like, oh, like you feel like you came looking good to work or whatever, and people were paying you compliments, and then someone is just like, that color that's an odd color you chose though. What made you want to put that color on? Or that's a weird hairstyle, or I liked your hair better the other way. Like, if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all. But I'm feeling like someone kind of trying to knock the confidence out of you. Someone trying to make you stay down, or people knocking you down the minute you try to come up. And I'm getting like that crabs in a barrel syndrome. If you've never heard of that, Google it. But it's crabs in a barrel. It's like when you are climbing your way out of a situation, out of the dark, out of the lowerness. The crabs climb up and they want to keep you down in the dirt with them. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to overcome your obstacles. They want you to stay where they are. So it's some sort of situation where you're trying to bring yourself up, or trying to climb up, especially if this is you hitting rock bottom, and you're trying to come out of that. Even if you've come out of some sort of legal issues and you didn't get the money that you thought you were going to get, or the court denied you something, this is you taking care of yourself and getting back on track, and then someone coming to knock you right back down because they just don't want to see you succeed. This is this made me think of something as mundane as, and those that I don't know if everybody been through it. I know I have. Let's say you receive government assistance for food stamps, and you're like, okay, this is really helping out the family. Now we don't have to worry about buying groceries or whatever. You get a job, let's say you already had the job, but all of a sudden you got a pay raise or whatever. Somehow the state finds out. You need to update your information. This says you're making so much more, X amount of dollars. But let's say you're only making like an additional $30 a month. But the state finds out and they're just like, well, you don't need $100 of your stamps, so we're taking that away. And it's just like, hey, like, I'm only making $30 more than I was before, and you're taking away 100 of food stamps. Like, it's just like, people suffer, y'all. I know some people are like, you need to be on food stamps, but everybody's situation is different. Everybody's not. It takes people a long time. Everybody's not gonna, reach the top at the same time. Some people it takes years and years and years to finally be in a position where you don't need assistance. But what I'm just saying that to say that that's an example of you climbing up, you know, you feeling happy because now you have a pay raise, but now you're getting knocked right back down because the government is like, or the state is like, we're actually going to take away an additional income from you now that, you know, since you're making a little more. And it's just like, hey, I still need that. You know, how do they expect me to come out of this hole if you keep taking away when I'm at my lowest? So I'm kind of feeling like, you know, someone is trying to knock you down. And speaking of government, you know, with the Emperor coming out, that makes me feel like for some of you, this is something about government and not receiving the assistance that you need. Even if it's SSI or whatever the case, it's like they're always nitpicking and finding your flaws, or finding out that you're making too much of this or too much of that, and finding ways to keep you down. Now here with the Emperor, you could also be dealing with someone who is very assertive or aggressive. I'm feeling like this is talking about something in regards to your work life though. Something's going on with your work life. For some of you, you could have been messing around with your boss or your supervisor or someone that has like a high ranking position, and you tried to end things, or maybe they cut you off, or maybe they thought by cutting you off it was going to make you grovel to them and it didn't work. That's another thing that this might be in relation to. But I'm seeing someone who wants to have their way. They want to have their way with you. But there's more than one. There's something in regards to, yeah, I mean, a love triangle. It's either a love triangle, or if it's not in regards to love, something in regards to competitive nature at work, like people who you think you're friends, they're all competing for the same thing. I'm feeling like everybody is competing for the same position or the same person. And it's like you're trying to take yourself out of the equation, like you don't want to be a part of that, but something keeps happening. Now you guys have the Tower too. It's like every time you try to start something, it gets destroyed. And the only way I can think of describing that is because the universe says that you keep building something wrong, or something keeps starting off the wrong way, and that's why we keep pulling a rug from under you, because you need to focus or regroup or start over. This isn't right either. So I'm feeling like the universe keeps intervening and destroying whatever direction you are in or whatever you start on. You keep having to find yourself starting over with something. Even if it's it's a relationship, it's like not starting off right. It's hard to get off the ground. Something isn't quite right about it. And I feel like it involves other people or outside influences. Even if it's not like an affair, it's still a third party. It might be a sibling. It might be a friend. It could be circumstances. Something keeps intervening, like an outside force keeps coming to destroy or dismantle what you've built up. So I'm feeling like you're feeling like, I can't get ahead here. I just want to get ahead. Even like those of you trying to start your own business, you keep running with obstacles, and eventually it's like you want to give up. Here we have the Eight of Cups. It's like you're walking away from something. You're like, I give up. I can't. This isn't. It keeps going wrong. So you might find yourself going through some sort of emotional transformations during these next 2 weeks, or at some point during these next 2 weeks. Doesn't have to be the full 2 weeks. And I always like to remind people that when I'm picking up things that aren't the most positive, it doesn't have to stretch out for these whole 2 weeks. It's just like a moment or two or something like that. The energies, based off the energies that are going on, you might experience some of these things, one or none. For some of you, it might not be resonating at all, but for some people it is. It's like, man, I feel like I keep struggling, I'm trying, and I just keep getting knocked down. So your faith is definitely being tested. all the way around. For some of you, there could be a fire sign in your life, Aries, Leo, Sag. I'm getting like this really dominating energy. And I feel like you're having trouble with this person. Like this, and I mentioned this before, you guys, with that physical abuse or emotional abuse. I feel like you keep trying to leave this person and they won't let you leave, or they keep trying to come into your life some type of way. They don't want you to have peace. This is a very narcissistic, controlling person that might be involved in your life some type of way. And I'm just not really getting positive energy from them. And I feel like they just keep coming out the blue, or they keep finding ways to get back into your life some type of way. So let me clarify the Tower and see what else is going on here. What is this Tower? I'm also seeing somebody being put out the house because they're fed up with their games. Somebody keeps playing games too. Somebody's not serious, or they're running around with different people, and you keep finding out that, you know, it's like you feel disrespected. Like, that's embarrassing. Like, why you keep embarrassing me like this? So I'm feeling like someone is getting fed up and kicking someone out the house because of their shenanigans. Okay, so I have it clarified by the King of Swords. You might find out something about an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, that you weren't expecting. Maybe you found out that someone was running around with an air sign again. And again, this is about confrontation. Someone kind of out of the blue standing up for themselves and setting those boundaries. And it's like unexpected. Like someone being like, I didn't think they were going to kick me out. I didn't think they were going to really break up with me. So someone is putting their foot down and, you know, standing their ground. Now, see, I got another fire sign showing up. So I'm feeling like the Tower is something being revealed about these outside influences are coming in between your peace. You're going to find out some sort of information or news about someone, or someone is finding out something about you. You might be the one that is getting put out. Yeah, so something is coming to an end because they're sick of the games. They're sick of the shenanigans. And that's another thing about the Three of Cups. Even if you're dating someone, this is someone who's just looking to have fun. Three of Cups energy is someone who is still really not ready to settle. They just want their freedom. They don't want anything serious. They want to come and go as they please. So you might be dealing with that type of energy. All right, Scorpio. Hope this helps. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you want a private reading, you can email TemajTarot@gmail.com. That information is all in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching, and many blessings to you.